Hello guys and friends. Welcome to my channel. This is Kimberly at Journal Breeze, and today I'm going to bring you my design team project from the Paper Cameo. It's about 9.5 inches tall and about 4.5 inches wide. And I've used very old lace mixed with new, and then some ribbon that I also bought new a few years ago. She came out chunky. I was going to film a couple days ago, and then all of a sudden the pages started talking to me, and I was able to add more, and now she's a chunky girl. So please take a seat, and I'll go through it quickly. I'll put the names of the kits in the description box, but the Paper Cameo on Etsy is where you'll find them, and they are beautiful. It's predominantly made with the newest kit, a little bit fancy, and then some of the other kits. So I put this ribbon through the binding string that I did, and I was a little worried about covering up this pretty part, so you'll get to see that now. And this can come out. So isn't that just so pretty? I love it. This is printed on the digital, and this is a ribbon. I just love it. You'll see what the digital looks like a little bit later in the this is the vase of the flowers, and the top is a document. Just wanted you to see the lace that's under it. Such a beautiful digital. This is the fancy. This is an antique voile, I believe it's called, or organza. These are linens, these three, and this is a flannel. Little labels at the bottom. I put these together with washi tape. Twist to right. A lot of textiles in here. This is an antique material, partly silk. This is a piece from the kit. This is a piece of seed bag material, feed bag. I made these two pockets from silk. This is from the fancy kit. This is from one of her other kits. This is what the original cover, or the cover, looks like without anything on it. Cute, huh? Beautiful, really. It's just beautiful. And I just put some little pieces inside, little scraps that were left over. This blue lace is from, I think, her bluebells. This is from another kit from her. This is a vintage piece of lace. It's actually brown, not black. And this is from the Decadent kit. This is a postcard that was a thank you from Jacqueline from Souvenir de la France. I just love her dress. I love how the layers show through. This is from the fancy kit. Old piece of linen from France. Old piece of cotton. This is material, flips up, and inside this vintage bag are petals, real petals, from some roses. And this opens up, shows this cute picture. But it's a writing space. This shows another beautiful picture from the fancy kit. This is another piece from the fancy kit that the coloring just didn't go quite right with this, so I used a small version of it. And so it got a lot of purple in it, lavender, and some antique tatting. These are not from the kit. And it's a little waterfall notepad that I made quite a long time ago. Featured a purple paper from Jane. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on her name. Austin. And so this purple just went in there really well, I thought. And I like this periwinkle blue. I glued a piece of vintage collar across the lace that's on there. This is from a different kit. This representing sewing. You know, when I started putting this together, I was thinking it would be a lady's dress diary. And the thing is for me, I get, you know, affected by the date that I apply to the digitals, and this really is a 20th century digital. There's no doubt about it. 40s and 50s. And so I couldn't find any 40s and 50s ladies that would wear something like this. This is more of an upholstery fabric or a curtain fabric. So I got discombobulated. So I ended up putting in pictures of women that were more like, you know, from the 30s, 20s even, because that's what I could find that were original. And it kind of took away the dress idea, and it just became sort of a beautiful book that she might have put together of favorite fabrics. So this is the centerfold. This is the pocket here, and it matches. And then I put this inside, and it opens up to a fold-out letter. I think it opens up more. Yeah. Okay, let's see, here we go. Yeah. So, this is from one of her kits, I think it's Bluebells. And it was just so beautiful. I didn't want to cut it off. And this side is also gorgeous. Just love it. So, lots and lots and lots of room for writing or putting in some ephemera that can be glued on. I'm just gonna, and then the beauty of it is that it adds that lace to the side that's viewable from the front. And originally I had this lace on the front, so I was really excited about how it could hang off the side. Might be hard to see because it's white on white. Anyway, that was a cool. This I had made before when this kit came out, and I was just waiting for the right place, and I think this is definitely it. I cut these out of a lace that I was gifted because it was the same squares as in this paper from one of Nicola's older kits, and it was exactly the same as that. And they're fun flowers, so I thought it really brought the page together and added a little whimsy. And then this is a photo that I lined with the trim that's actually on the bottom of the lace that I cut that out of. This photo and some of the others I printed on photo paper, and it came out older looking. I guess I didn't have the settings all correct. It's a very glossy, very thick, like real, if you took pictures out of your camera, you'd want to print them on that kind of paper. And I don't really use that kind of paper very much. So the settings were on printing on normal paper. And I like what it did. You'll see another one that I get that same look. These are old English, not that old, Rosenhubel, so 90s maybe. And then recently I've been watching a series that featured Eleanor Roosevelt and other First Ladies. Maybe you saw it. It's called First Ladies. And I had this picture in my stash, so I put her under there because I really, really grew to love her even more. This is a piece of fabric. So I glued it down so it wouldn't be hard to get in, but it's fabric. And this is another picture that where the setting is wrong, so she looks very much older. You know what I mean? The picture looks more vintage, I feel. So I just stuck it in there. It needed to have a more prominent place because I love it so much, but the angle was that it had to be on a slip-in over here, and it was not easy to find that. Love how this color goes well with this and blends with that. Put a piece of washi over here. I don't know, it just got a little too pink for me, so put the washi in to kind of bring it together with more aqua. This is a shorter page. This is I fashioned this to look like it's a sample card, but it's not. And I put a piece of lace on here. This is from the kit. This is one of her buttons from another kit, and stapled it so it looks like, but it's really 3 different things, and then added these 2 items, and then put this lace, this old lace on top because I thought it really blended, and this is more of that brown lace on the back. So collaging the page basically. I just think it's beautiful all together. And then I wrapped this lace over here. This is a piece of silk. It's a tablecloth or a small table, or it could be a huge handkerchief. And I think it's from China or excuse me. I've actually been sick. So this is beautiful on both sides as they do. It's probably done by machine. But once I cut into it, I've been finding that I use it a lot more. And I felt like it just looked like it was the same kind of thing. Lots of room for journaling. Wanted to play off that blue. And if you recall, this kit used my actual sample, lace sample from my own collection. But it was on a dusty pink. So I asked her to do it on blue. And I think it turned out beautifully. I think it's called The Nest. And then this is where more of that. Okay, so this, to show you the difference, this piece was printed on the kind of photo paper I'm more likely to use, a little lighter weight. And so was this one, but then this one was printed on that heavy duty stuff. And you can see that black background, totally different. So I needed to actually put it on photo paper, and I didn't, because I find when I'm using this, if I put the printer settings to photo paper, it turns out super dull and not colorful when the pictures are more colorful. So I didn't change it for the real photo paper, and then I ended up getting that. So at first I was going to toss it, and I thought, no, it just kind of looks old. This is from another one of her kits. And then here I took the voile or organza, and I layered I made a digital half page smaller, cut this out, added this stamp, cut out the center, and I put, actually they're stickers, but they look like dried flowers to me, which is something they would do in the 30s and 40s. So I was really happy with how that page turned out. And I cut this one off just about at the edge. This, I just feel, is just so beautiful the way it shows off her digitals. All three of these are her digitals. And they look like real lace, and they're just beautiful. So I did nothing to them. This is a napkin that I put a special paste on to make it heavy duty, make it strong. And then I used it to strengthen this paper and put it along the edge instead of tape. And I like the way that it blended it in. And this is the back. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got some good ideas from it. And I appreciate you stopping by today. And would love to hear from you. Any thoughts, any comments that you might have. That's not how I want to do that. Every time I wrap it up, I do it wrong. I put it through this hole, but I actually find that moving this to this side is the better way to tie it up. Yeah. So it's here that I actually make the bow. And I think it turns out pretty great. And it allows me to make those look like they had a purpose. All right, guys. I hope you have a good week. I hope you enjoy crafting. I'm just starting to kind of get back into it. This is the first journal I've started and finished since long before Christmas. So I love seeing you, and I'll hopefully see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.